YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the song "The Lady Wants to Know" by Michael Franks. If you were around in 1977, really the smooth jazz scene was just really beginning to get started, and Michael Franks sort of was one of the key pioneers of this particular style of music, and a great songwriter and a guitar player, better known for his singing. But as before, I am going to play you a snippet of the song, and then I'm going to break it down for you, show you how to play this smooth jazz tune.
Daddy plays the ashtray, baby starts to cry, lady wants to know the reason why. Lady's got to know, she's got to know the reason, she's got to know the reason why. Got to go. This man is always leaving, and how he hates to say goodbye. But he doesn't know there really is no reason. There really is no reason why. Okay folks, let's go ahead and talk about how to play this great tune. The song starts out on a D major 7th, and this is a great chord. It's made by putting your first finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and then you put your middle finger on the 6th fret of the G string, your ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string, and your little finger on the 7th fret of the B string. And you're going to be plucking just the middle 4 strings with your right hand. So you're basically just plucking that, kind of getting the vibe. And let me zoom in here with show you the right hand. I'm just basically plucking. So you're just sort of doing a little bass, plucking the lower strings. So the first chord, of course, as I said, was a D major 7th. It's going to go then to an A major 7th in the 5th fret. And an A major 7th in the 5th fret is made by putting your first finger on the 5th fret of the low E string. You put your middle finger on the 5th fret of the B string. Put your ring finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and your little finger on the 6th fret of the G string. And you got to make sure you can't play the, well, I guess in this case, because it's an A major 7th, you can play the 5th string, since that's an A, but typically what you're playing is just the bass note, which is right here. So and that's an A major 7th, so you're going to go D major 7th, back to D major 7th, to A major 7th again, and then you're going to go to a C major 7th in the 3rd fret, which is the same shape as you just did before, by putting your first finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, your middle finger on the 4th fret of the G string, your ring finger on the 5th fret of the D string, and your little finger on the 5th fret of the B string. And you're going to, that's the C major 7th that we want to get for this voicing that we want to get for this song. C major 7th, going to a G major 7th, which is again the same shape as I just showed you before, except now you're going to be putting your first finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, your ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string and your little finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and you're plucking, and you've got to make sure you don't play the A string on this particular one. So you're just plucking the 4 strings where your fingers are. That's a G major 7th. And then it ends on an A major 7th, but the A major 7th it ends on is the first position A major 7th. And that's made by putting your first finger on the 1st fret of the G string, your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, your little finger on the 2nd fret of the B string, and you're using the A as the bass for this particular song. So you want to end on that particular chord. And just hold it, let it ring out, because it's a nice open chord sound. So let me just play you how that all sounds together, and then you can hear how it goes together and ends. That's a riff that continues through each one of the verses, and then it's played again as the intro and as the horn solo. So it starts out D major 7th to A major 7th, D major 7th, C major 7th, to G major 7th, and ends on an A major 7th. Daddy plays the ashtray, baby starts to cry, lady wants to know the reason why. And that's how each one of the verses goes. And the first and second line of each verse is that, and then it goes to the third and fourth lines. It just repeats those same chords. Okay, so once you get the first verse done, then what you're going to do is go into the chorus. Now, the chorus is more of a play on the 7th and the 9th chords as up here on the 5th fret. So it starts out with an A minor 7th bar chord. You make an A minor 7th bar chord by covering all the strings with your first finger on the 5th fret, and then you put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the A string, and you're plucking basically the upper 4 or 5 strings. So it's okay. You're trying to get, and you're doing the same little plucking thing. So you're going to go from an A minor 7th, then you're going to go to a D 9th. A D 9th is made by putting your first finger or your middle finger on the 5th fret of the A string. Then you put your first finger on the 4th fret of the D string, and then you lay your ring finger all across all the strings down on the G, B, and E. And you got the D9, you got the D9th sound. So you're gonna go A minor 7th to a D 9th. Lady wants to know, she wants to know the reason, she's got to know the reason why. And you're just going back and forth between the A minor 7th and the D 9th. And then it goes down one whole note, so it starts out on a G minor 7th, same shape as what you just did before on the A minor, except you're laying your finger on across all the strings of the 3rd fret, okay? And then you put your ring finger on the 5th fret of the A string. And so you get the G minor 7th sound. Okay? And then you're going to go to a C 9th, which is the same shape you just made before, down one whole note. And you go into the C 9th sound, which is made by putting your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. Put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then you lay your ring finger on the G, B, and high E of the 3rd fret. And you're getting the C 9th sound. Okay? And then the last 2 lines of the chorus, you go down one whole tone again and you start on an F minor 7th, which is doing the exact same shapes. And let me make sure you can see this. F minor shape on the first fret by laying your first finger over all the strings to the first fret, and then you put your ring finger on the third fret of the A string. Starting with an A, and that's an F minor 7, going to a B flat 9th. Now a B flat 9th is made by putting your middle finger on the first fret of the A string, and then you just lay your ring finger on the first fret of the G, B, and the high E string. So let's listen to how that all goes together, and I'll play that together a little bit, and that way you can get a little sense of how it just sort of goes down the scale, and then you can get a sense of how that sounds. So let's go ahead and listen. Lady wants to know, she wants to know the reason, she's got to know the reason why man has got to go. Man is always leaving, and how she hates to say goodbye. But she doesn't know there really is no reason, there really is no reason why. Okay? And once you play that chorus, then you're going to go right back into the verse chords, and there's a horn solo, and so you're just jumping back into the D major 7, A major 7, D major 7, A major 7, C major 7, G major 7th, and ending on an A major 7th in the first position. And then you're going to go to a second chorus, same exact chords, play the chorus again, and then essentially you're just going to repeat the intro chords to sort of a fade out. Now I've heard some recordings where they're actually playing an outro. Basically they're just playing a repeat of D major 7th to A major 7th, C major 7th, G major 7th,
Okay, folks, that's how you play the song "The Lady Wants to Know" by Michael Franks. Another great smooth jazz tune. It's a great song. Put a little bit of flange on your guitar amp, and we can make this sound great. As before, if you have any questions about this or any of the other videos that I put up, go ahead and leave me a question or comment at my YouTube channel, and I'll catch you later.